Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new Airsoft video. Now today I actually want to talk about a topic which I usually try and avoid. I don't like to dwell on the topic, but it is actually Airsoft cheating. Now, as I said, I've tried to avoid it in the past. I don't like accusing people of this and that, even though of course if you do record every single game as I do, you do capture some pretty interesting moments. But today, I just wanted to share these clips with you guys because if anything, they may just be pretty entertaining for you guys to watch. Now all of these clips were captured down at Frontier Airsoft. Now I first off want to say I'm not bashing the site or the way it's marshaled or ran. I actually really enjoyed the day. It was well marshaled and most of the enemy team actually played pretty well. In fact, all of these clips are based around one in particular player, which makes it all the more funny. Now I have 3 clips to show you guys as they happened in order throughout the day, and the last one is definitely the best, so make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. Pretty much rounds up the player in one clip, so I hope you guys do enjoy. But before we get to that, I thought I'd start off with this clip, a pretty positive clip. As you can see here, I've actually moved over between the town on the left hand side and the enemy base on the right hand side, so I have enemy players on both my flanks here, but because of my position, enemy players are coming out of the town and actually think I'm on their team. So as you'll see here, I actually get a chance to take out quite a few enemy players. So moving on to the first example clip here, my first run-in with this enemy cheater of the day. He's actually in a small fort about 20 meters ahead of me, and I actually catch him here looking the wrong way, so I take a moment to get up, sprint towards him, catch him out in the open and take him out. Now as you can see, there he is out in the open. I fire 3 shots. I hit him, he takes a hit, but as I go down, I actually twist my leg. Now as I'm sat trying to stretch my leg out, I do get shot in the back. As you can see, I take the hit there, and I'm just sat here now trying to stretch my leg out with my hand in the air, waiting to bleed out for 60 seconds. Now in this time period, this enemy player, who is now already dead from when I killed him, has revived without having any medical attention. He's got no stickers to re-heal himself, comes across and shoots me directly in the face, even though he knows I'm out because my hand's in the air and I've explained I'm just trying to stretch my leg because I've hurt myself. He shoots me directly in the face.
I've twisted my leg. If you do that again.
Now after shooting me in the face when I'm clearly already out with my hand in the air, I then start to speak to his teammates behind me who are asking me if my leg's okay. He, as you can see here, continues to keep his pistol trained on my face, even though my hand is clearly in the air, I'm out and I've injured my leg. He is continuing to aim his weapon at me and threaten to shoot me unless I move out of his way. Now moving on to the second clip of the day, I'm actually moving up here with a Marshal who's playing on our team, as you can see just in front of me. The Marshal here steps up, gets hit, and I go round the bush to the right hand side and take the player out. Now as I shoot him, I also get shot myself, to which he then says I've crossed the line and I'm actually in their spawn and it doesn't count. And you actually hear the Marshal herself say that we've crossed no line, but even still, he doesn't take the hit and continues to play.
You're not spawn, mate. Wait, he's not spawn, hold on. No, I'm not. I haven't crossed any tape.
You haven't crossed any tape, mate?
No, nowhere near your tape.
Your tape's all over, isn't it?
As you can see, after being hit with my rifle and my pistol, so much so he ended up falling over, he now continues to get up and carry on playing as if nothing's happened. Now moving on to the final and most outrageous clip, this really does bewilder me that he actually tried to get away with this. Now as you can see, the player is just ahead there, he's got his hand in the air, he is dead. I didn't shoot him, I've just come across and seen him there with his hand up. Now to reiterate the rules so everyone understands, at the game day it was if you get shot, you put your hand in the air and you bleed out for 60 seconds. After that you walk back to your base and respawn. Or, if you have some stickers, within those 60 seconds you can apply a sticker to self-heal, but you have to count to 10 out loud and then you're back in the game. So as you'll see here, the player is stood with his hand in the air. He's been there long before I've turned up, and for the next 2.5 minutes he stands there with his hand in the air. So first off, he's just cheating outright. He should have bled out a long time before, but what he's actually doing is he's hoping I will leave so he can just continue playing. And obviously, with all my run-ins with this player earlier in the day, I'm aware he's probably going to cheat. So I intentionally hang around here and see how long it takes before he actually goes back to his spawn. But he stays for 2.5 minutes, eventually clearly gets bored of waiting and decides to just start shooting at me without self-healing, counting down from 10 out loud. He has no stickers, so he shouldn't actually be back in the game at all. He clearly gets bored and just decides to open fire on me, hitting me 6 times in the throat from only about 10 meters.
They have to count and put a sticker on. Where's your sticker?
One with sticker. I've already seen you with a number of stickers on.
You didn't count.
And also you need to count out loud.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Now luckily for me, a marshal was just stood right by and witnessed this and agreed with me that 1, he didn't count out loud, 2, he didn't have any stickers, and 3, he had been there for about 2.5 minutes rather than just 60 seconds. Now this player had been there all day, he'd been playing by the rules, so he definitely knew that this was how you were meant to be playing the game, and he was just outright cheating. So of course the marshal allowed me to play on, and actually here I had just taken out one of the enemy commanders, so I was lucky enough to be able to capture this guy, take him back to our base, and gain 2,000 points. So this actually really helped towards our team winning the game at the end of the day. So overall it wasn't a bad experience. I just thought I'd show you guys these clips. I was pretty surprised that these actually all came from one player. It was only when I got home and looked at the clips I actually realised it was the same player throughout each situation. So hopefully he may even see this video and see that it's probably not too cool to play like that. I don't, like I said, usually like to make a big deal of cheating, but down in the comments below I want to hear from you. Have you had any bad cheating experience? If you have, tell me down below. And of course, if you did enjoy this video, a like is always appreciated. But in the meantime guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.